Welcome back to Silver State Trains. Just want to thank you all for continuing to watch this series here as I rebuild my layouts. And with that, if you haven't considered subscribing already, I would greatly appreciate it. It costs you nothing, but it helps me out big time. So again, if you could take a moment to hit that subscribe button, I'd greatly appreciate it. But with that, let's get into this. All right, so I was looking at making some changes to my layout here, if I can get this to steady. So one change I did is I didn't like the idea of my freight engine running through my passenger area here to get to this turnout here to back into my industry. So what I did was I threw a switch it over here so that way my freight engine can pull in, have a nice long line or spur, whatever it's called, I'm still learning. So I have a nice area where I can get my freight engine completely off of the main line to back into my yard. So I made that change here. I also, moving this along, removed my industry over here. So that back area, without a step stool or whatnot, it's kind of hard to reach. So to unhook the engine, to move the cars around, I have to stand on the step stool somewhat to get back there, especially once I put in some scenery or whatnot. It'll be a little difficult to get to. So I ended up just taking it out. And then over here, I'm planning on making this big mountain scene. So somewhere, around here is gonna be a mountain that this is gonna be in a tunnel completely hidden, if you will. And then I'm gonna put a DC track up here, just kind of like a little loop, something special I'm gonna do. I'll show you guys later if that ever shows up. But I figured I'd do a little scenic brake track up there, whatever you want to call it, little tiny DC loop, just something fun to kind of run around. But that'll be kind of up on the mountain, so it'll be elevated from my main track here, which will be down in the tunnel of the mountain, and this will be kind of running on the outside of or a flat area of the mountain, if you will. So something I'm kind of toying around with. Another thing I'm gonna start working on is I had printed from, if I can get the name on here, from Team Tracks. So this is kind of what I was gonna do for some of my buildings on the layout. So I had purchased the loading dock. So I was gonna get this made. Just I don't know where I'm gonna put it just yet, but I'll have a nice loading dock. I printed the warehouse, so I was gonna have this warehouse on my layout. Let me see if I can show you the color that I printed for my building here. So I think it's just the standard concrete color. But what's kind of cool, is it has some of the graffiti on it and whatnot, so I thought that'd be kind of cool. I printed just a regular semi-truck trailer, a little, I think the logo I went with was Swift. I have a depot that I was gonna build. I believe I did mine, let's see if I have the color on here. Excuse all the shuffling of papers here. So my building is just going to be, because they offer several different colors. So I went with like the cream color, if you will. So if you haven't checked out this website, it's pretty cool. They don't have a ton of stuff on there, but they have some pretty decent options. I also got a modular warehouse. I think just the standard concrete color. So I was going to build that. And then this is, what is this here? This is the rail yard buildings. So it comes with a couple different, it has the tower, it has a yard office. Let's see what else we got in here. It's got the shop, it's got this switchman's shanty, as well as a pump house. And I believe it also has this little electrical building. Yeah, it has a little electrical cabinet wall, whatever you want to call it. I'm not quite sure, but it's got it. So, and then I also printed a freight house. I figured this might be kind of cool to put along my the passenger area. So I might use some of that as an industry and some of it as a station for the passenger trains. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna try to make that multi-purpose, so I have some more stuff to do. And I thought it was kind of cool. I had reached out to the company. It says prior to buying this right here, sorry for that panning there. So prior to buying that, I had reached out to the company to ask them if they had any kind of engine storage, yard house, and they very nicely emailed me back that they're working on a custom building, if you will, where they envision like a secret loading a facility that you attach to. I believe their idea was to attach it to the modular warehouse. So they sent me these without any instructions, but they sent me some additional maybe this goes like this, options that I can attach to that building to enable me to, this is engine height here, so that way I could cut that out so I could make my own yard house or engine storage, or pull through industry warehouse, whatever you want to call it. So I thought that was kind of cool. They sent this to me for free. So I thought I would just show that here. But that's kind of what I have going on with this layout right now. I'm just trying to kind of take a pause a little bit and see what direction I want to go, because once I glue this track down, it's down. I'm stuck with it. I'm also, because I did just recently get a comment about elevation. So this person mentioned that my previous layout he thought was pretty interesting with the elevation that I had. So that layout there, I had 4% grade. So it climbed 4 inches in 8 feet. And it was just a bit much for this layout. You know, with one engine, the max I could pull was about 9 freight cars. And even that was still struggling a little bit. But since my layout was a lot narrower, then I think I added a good 4 inches of depth to this, because it's about 32 inches now, and previously it was 27. So, 4 to 5 inches, give or take. It was just a little tight. So it was going to be hard to scenic my layout with the restrictions and the cutouts that I had. It wasn't going to be very realistic. So it's going to be a lot of very, very tall walls, which I don't know how prototypical that would be for a layout. So I ended up just kind of scrapping that one. But with that said, I'm thinking about raising. So I might just add 1 inch of elevation to this. So starting here, I might take my 3% kit that I have and just bring it up 3 inches. So I'll raise the industry, all this, the yard storage, not yard storage, my station will all be about 1 inch above my yard. Maybe I can do 2. I'll just have to play with the elevation. So let's kind of toying around with that idea. Let me know what you guys think about that. Should I keep this flat? Or should I add a little bit of pop, if you will, with some elevation? I am new to the hobby, so I honestly don't know what I want, what I like, until I really start using this. I wasn't really able to use my last layout a lot. I was just kind of building it a lot, and then I just stalled for a while. So I haven't really had a lot of operation time. So I honestly don't know what I like or what I want to take out of this hobby. I don't know if I'm going to really enjoy like switching in my yard, or if I'm going to like having my trains run around, do the industry thing. I'm really not sure. I really just have to kind of use it and see what makes me tick. But any feedback or advice you guys can give, I'm always open to it. I greatly appreciate it. You all have been extremely helpful. I wouldn't be able to have been where I'm at without you guys, so I greatly appreciate that. That's kind of why I made this channel, is just to document my journey. Being a complete novice in this hobby, just seeing where I can go. And yeah, with your guys' help, it's definitely been, it's been great. It's definitely helped me get past the hurdles that I was afraid of or kind of hesitant to get past, like for example going to DCC. So that's kind of why I made this here. So we have the place to chat, if you will. So anybody new to the hobby, I have my email address in my, I think in every single one of my descriptions on my video. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions on what I've done, and I won't hesitate to make a video for you. If there's something in particular that you're struggling with or want to know, I can make a video if it will help you. So feel free to reach out to me with that. But with that, I'll end with that today. And until next time, when I'm take apart my new layout again and change it up. So thank you all for watching.